I'm Logan Curtis,
I'm Cooper Dow.
and this is the LCD Show.
Hey guys, so last episode we didn't really introduce ourselves, so we're going to do just a quick little 10-15 minute video on that.
Yeah.
I think I'll hand it off to Logan.
Okay. So to start it out, me and Coop we're from a small town, Wamego, Kansas. It's about 15 minutes east of Manhattan, and to touch on Manhattan, so that's where K-State Wildcats are, and that's where the big college is. So me and Coop are both freshmen in college. I'm studying construction science and management, and Coop is studying business finance.
Finance and accounting. Close enough.
Damn, it's close.
It's not a big deal.
It's okay. Yeah, but to touch on our history, so we both played a lot of sports growing up, played about every single sport. I'll really talk about me here. I started out wrestling when I was very young. I started out, age 5, doing the normal, like the little normal little kid stuff, the t-ball and the wrestling, and forget everything before high school though. This is sport. In high school, I quit wrestling before high school, and high school I was football, breathe football. Love that. we got into that last time, but
Oh yeah.
so in high school, first 2 years I played baseball, which I did that growing up, and then I regret the hell out of quit at my sophomore year to see how track was for me. I thought I was fast, but come to find out, not as fast as I thought it was.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you're lining up against, some Dungeons and Dragons guys who were 6'2", and they're still able to outstride you, and they're still able to just, it doesn't feel very good.
Yeah.
Just in conclusion, I regret going for track, but all 4 years worked my butt off playing football, and that was my sport.
Yeah. I mean, growing up for me, it was a lot of baseball, a lot of football. Those were my main two sports. Loved the hell out of baseball. Played it till I was about in 8th grade. COVID hit. Quit. I regret it, honestly. I really liked baseball. But other than that, played a bunch of sports growing up. Through high school, it was mainly football and golf. Those are kind of my two sports. I mean, I wasn't good at golf. I mean, I was for the state of Kansas, but not the team of Wamego. Wamego had about 5 teams for golf. We had about 50 kids go at it each year, and it's just going up and up. Now we have a middle school team too. But
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, little shits are out there on the on the course.
Yeah, I still can't golf. I like to go, but I still can't really do it.
Yeah, I mean, when you're shooting mid-80s and you're not even starting on JV and you're second JV, that's kind of demoralizing because mid-80s is like varsity for every other team in Kansas if you're not like 6A or 5A. So it's kind of demoralizing, but not a big deal. Other than that, I mean, that was kind of all my thought through high school. I mean, I wanted to do a lot of college credits. That was kind of my big thing. Came into K-State with like 27 or so. Me and him took a bunch of similar college classes. I know senior year, we had like every class together. There was like, what was it?
College
Special?
out?
It was
I
like
don't know.
help. Something like that is the only class you had different than me.
Yeah, just like I just skipped school.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. We had college algebra, advisory, comp, public speaking.
Yeah.
I think that's literally all I took in senior year anyways. But yeah, I mean, me and Logan are, we're very different, but we're very similar. We have very similar life experiences that have happened to us.
Yeah. But, come to touch on, forget all, it's too personal. I won't get too personal one. My hobbies, I would say my absolute thing is being outside. Just love to fish, love to hunt. I love everything outside. I like to mountain bike. I love to ski. We skied, we get season tickets this year, season passes, and I'm an outdoors enthusiast, and that's what I do. If I'm not doing schoolwork, if I'm not working, I'm outside fishing.
Yeah. I love outside. When I was growing up, I used to play and do stupid shit outside all the time. But I was never like a big lake fish guy or going out hunting, mountain biking, none of that stuff. I would do like casual stuff, you know. I'm
Yeah.
more of a deep sea fishing guy. I love that. That's my favorite.
That's something I've never done.
It is awesome.
I'd love
You
to.
need to do that.
I will. I will for sure.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah. Me and my girlfriend went to Destin, Florida,
Hmm.
about a couple months ago in August, and those sea charters they were just glaring at me.
And they
man.
were expensive as fuck.
Oh,
though.
and they just want my money so bad.
Oh yeah, they're expensive, but it's so worth it. I mean, I went
Yeah.
on a deep sea. It wasn't even deep sea because it was storming that day, so we just went out like not super far.
Mm-hmm.
Caught a nurse shark. That was probably the coolest fish I've caught before. Other than that, was kind of. But we've gone to other places too. But no, that I love fishing, but not a big lake fisher like this guy. And in Kansas, there's no ocean, so
We
it's
got
kind of a-
Tullow Creek Lake.
oh yeah.
You know, Milford Lake.
That's
We got some bigger lakes, but
Yeah.
nothing huge. Not even that big for like lakes, country wise.
Yeah, I'd say I'm definitely more of a indoors tech gaming guy. That's pretty much kind of the differences between us.
Yeah, and you might ask yourself, how do we get along? But somehow, some way, he pays me enough money to be his friend, and so I like to get along with him. Hope they
Yeah, that's not true.
Not just kidding.
That's not true. It's only $1,000 a month. This
Yeah,
prick is lying.
yeah, it's not that much, but I don't know how much else we should get into about us, but
I mean, that's
yeah.
if you guys do want more or like have any questions, just let us know. I mean,
Oh yeah, it's
There's-
in the comments. But
I don't know what you guys want to know about us. We just didn't really do a good job of explaining it the first episode, so we figured we'd just give you guys a special episode of just us two talking about our lives.
that's
And
exactly
that's
right.
basically a synopsis of my life.
Yeah, not that interesting. We're no celebrities,
Yeah.
and we're just trying to give this podcast gig a whirl.
Yeah.
You don't expect much of something like that. It's really just, I think it's just kind of cool to go back and watch. And
No, it's also super cool doing it. I
Yeah.
love just getting to know people more. Like
Yeah.
Hef, that was super fun. First episode was awesome.
yeah, and we didn't even. We'll have to get him back on here. Me and him.
Oh,
Me
yeah.
and him have me and Coop weren't exactly like tight growing up, but me and that guy were, and we did some crazy ass shit.
Me and Logan were like school friends.
Yeah.
If you'd say we'd had like every class together, like in high school, I guess, but that was it.
If I can get Hef on here and he can like unclog my memory about some of our stories, we could probably get some damn good content on.
Oh
some,
yeah,
like-
we'll definitely. I told him we're gonna get him back on here. He loved it.
yeah.
Hef, I know you'll be watching this one, and maybe not to get to know us.
He probably watched about 3 or 4 minutes of it and be like, "Yeah,
Yeah.
guys." No, Hef. I can see Hef watching. He's a great guy.
No, I mean, I posted that video right after we did it. Hef was up all night watching it. He
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah.
And we do have another special guest we're gonna record with this week, probably in about 4-ish days. It's gonna be a secret though. Nobody knows except for the guy that's
Yeah.
the guest.
And you guys are sure gonna know this guy's name. No, he's just one of our buddies.
Yeah, he's kind of a goon.
He's a good guy, one of our buddies.
Yeah, no, it's Joe Rogan. He's coming on.
But yeah. Oh God, I would be so nervous.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't know what to say.
I would be there. I'd let him take control. It'd be
Yeah,
he'd probably buy us out actually.
I don't know why he would.
He'd
We
probably
don't have much to offer.
If he offered 1,000, I'm taking it. Actually, who am I kidding? If he give me $100, if he gave me like $100, I'd take it. Okay.
I mean, I think that's all we have to say.
Should we wrap it up here? Yeah, that's who we are.
Yeah,
I plan to work in the construction field the rest of my life. Maybe be like kind of work up to PM, project manager, or superintendent, something along the management sides of the bigger commercial construction industry.
yeah. I plan to be a finance prick with a stick up my ass all the rest of my life. So we'll see. All right,
Yeah.
I think that's it.
Absolutely.
And we're out.